We've got more big news from Disney on the physical media front as the company continues to celebrate their 100th anniversary in style with the Disney Legacy Animated Film Collection hitting Blu-ray in the United States. This is a big one, so let's get into it. Okay, so Disney is continuing to celebrate their 100th anniversary in style, particularly when it comes to the physical media front. Disney has been a little bit slow with physical media over the last few years. There's been a little bit of controversy, particularly in the physical media collector world, how Disney has been handling physical media since Disney Plus launched. There's been a severe lack of back catalog releases, a lot of stuff that Disney has just sort of flat out refused to put on physical media. Only recently, just this year, we're finally getting some Walt Disney era films in 4K. Some of the Disney Plus original series are coming to Blu-ray and 4K physical media. So Disney are actually making a lot of huge leaps and bounds to, I guess, win back a little bit of the collector market. They're getting a little bit of that faith back, and in my personal opinion, they've been doing a really great job so far. But now we have got a brand new announcement, and this one is huge. This is one that I did not expect at all. One of the things that Disney has been really hesitant to do on the American market particularly is big box sets. They haven't really done a lot of Blu-ray box sets for their movies. Sometimes they've done it like trilogy collections or, you know, multi-movie sort of packs, 2-movie collections, stuff like that. But what they have never done on the American market is a massive box set of all of their animated film output. So far in the US, the only way you've been able to get a complete collection of all the Disney animated movies is to pick them all up individually. And also there's been a number of titles like Three Caballeros and Saludos Amigos, Make My Music, Melody Time, a few of the Winnie the Pooh movies and Disney Toon movies, stuff like that have been relegated to Disney Movie Club exclusives. So it's been kind of really hard over the last, like, I guess 12 years or so to piece together the Disney animated collection. And on the US market, at the very least, Disney has been very hesitant to put out like a big, lavish box set with all of these, or most of these movies in it at all. There was actually one released across the UK, Europe, Australia, I think a few other countries. A number of years ago, I think back in 2018, so like 5 years ago, it was like a 55 movie Blu-ray collection, which included every single one of the Disney animated movies from what is considered the official Walt Disney Animation Classics canon. It included pretty much all of the movies on Blu-ray, but there were a couple in there that were DVD only. But now we've actually got an announcement that Disney have finally done something that I think they probably should have done a long time ago, and that is that they have finally announced a Blu-ray collection of, I'm not going to say their entire animated output because it's not the entire animated output, but it's a big chunk of it. They finally announced a big, lavish box set including a lot of animated films. This is the Disney Legacy Animated Film Collection. It features 100 animated films from Disney, Walt Disney Animation Studios, and Pixar, packaged together in a beautiful, hardbound, self-standing 3-volume set that unfolds into your own storybook. It is, of course, part of Disney's 100th anniversary celebration. There's going to be a limited number of sets available. No number has been given of how many they're actually going to be printing, but each one will come with a specially numbered certificate of authenticity. This one is available beginning September 18 for pre-order on Walmart.com, and it will hit streets on November 14, 2023. The set includes 100 animated titles on Blu-ray with digital codes for each title. It features the original theatrical poster art, a collectible lithograph from Disney Animation's all-new musical comedy Wish, and a collectible crystal Mickey ears hat with exclusive Disney 100 engraving. Now, this is the biggest, most lavish box set I dare say Disney has ever put out anywhere around the world. I think this is great. I think Disney's finally listening to the consumer. They're trying to, as I said, get a little bit of that faith back. I've had great conversations with the team over at Disney Home Media, and they really, really are making the best effort, not only to make the Disney 100 celebration really special, but, you know, to start putting a little bit more effort into their physical media output. Now, this set is really, really special. It actually includes every single one of the animated films from Walt Disney Animation Studios, right from Snow White up until last year's Strange World. It, of course, doesn't include Wish because Wish comes out out this year in November at the cinemas, so of course I haven't been able to include it here. I think sometimes what they do with these box sets, like I know the James Bond box set did this, and I'm sure there was another box set I had that did this at one point, is that they like leave a gap where when the movie finally comes out on physical media, you can actually slide the movie into the gap, and it's a little bit more complete. Disney hasn't done that here. I think that would have been a really nice kind of touch to add to this, but they really want to meet that kind of 100 films quota here. So this has 61 of the films from Walt Disney Animation Studios. It also includes all 27 Pixar films up until this year's Elemental, so that is entirely up to date. And then they've also thrown in a couple of other little bits and pieces just to kind of fill up the quota of 100 movies. There's a few random films from Disney that Disney have released under just sort of their banner, I guess, like stop motion films, some CG animated ones and stuff that weren't particularly, you know, Walt Disney Animated Studios films. There's also a number of the DTV, the direct-to-video Disney Toon movies thrown in here as well. It seems like a little bit of a hodgepodge. There are a few things that are missing that I personally would have included. So for example, some of the other titles that have been included here include Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, a Goofy movie, James and the Giant Peach, the Tigger movie, Peter Pan Return to Neverland, The Jungle Book 2, Piglet's Big Movie, Pooh's Heffalump movie, 2008's Tinkerbell, Frankenweenie, Planes and Planes Fire and Rescue. So yeah, there's a few just kind of little random bits and pieces thrown into this collection. If I were to try and guess how Disney have decided to kind of fill up that 100 films quota, it's like we take a lot of these kind of Disney Toon movies. Some of these were actually released theatrically, and I think the ones that are included here are ones that were released to theaters for like limited engagements before they hit DVD, or kind of at the same time they hit DVD. I would also say that maybe some of these are the ones that are the biggest sellers on Blu-ray or on DVD, on physical media. So there's a few kind of weird omissions in here as well. So for example, you've got a Goofy movie, but you don't have an extremely Goofy movie, which has been released on Blu-ray. Both of those have been released on Blu-ray through the Disney Movie Club, but they've only included the first movie here. I think it's a bit weird that the second one's not there. They also have included a number of the sequels, like Jungle Book 2, Peter Pan Return to Neverland, but there's a lot of the sequels that haven't been included here. Some of them aren't very good. Most of them aren't very good, but there are actually some really good ones, including the Cinderella sequels and Bambi 2 were both actually very, very good. They're not included here. Only one of the Tinkerbell movies is here. So it's just kind of a really kind of random selection of stuff. We've also got a number of the Winnie the Pooh movies, but A Search for Christopher Robin, which is available on Blu-ray, is not in here either. But interestingly, this set does include Pooh's Heffalump movie, which is making its Blu-ray debut with this collection right here. So this is the first time you'll ever be able to get Pooh's Heffalump movie on Blu-ray. I don't know if they ever plan to do an individual release, like through the Disney Movie Club or anything like that, but it's just weird to me that they are debuting Pooh's Heffalump movie in this collection instead of just including something like Search for Christopher Robin, which has already been made available on Blu-ray before. I think it's just a kind of very strange hodgepodge of stuff. Now, I know there's always people who jump in when something like this is announced with, of course they haven't put Song of the South in this one, or of course Disney's not releasing Song of the South. Well, the set doesn't include Mary Poppins or Roger Rabbit or Pete's Dragon or Bedknobs and Broomsticks or So Dear to My Heart either. Because Disney does not consider these animated movies. These are live action movies that happen to have little pieces of animation or little animated segments thrown into them. They are live action movies and they are never included in these collections because this is a collection of animated films. Disney does not consider the live action animated hybrid movies as part of their official classics canon. That's why they are never included here. I just think it's crazy that everyone immediately jumps to Song of the South because it's the controversial one, it's the banned one, but no one thinks to even mention. I never ever hear anyone go, where's Mary Poppins? Or where's Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You know, the 13 Academy Award nominated, like 4 or 5-time Academy Award winning Mary Poppins, the movie that would deserve to be in a collection like this. No one ever mentions that. It's always Song of the South, which, to be quite frank, is actually besides all the controversy and all of that surrounding the movie, it's a pretty average movie. And I know that it's just an entirely performative thing to bring up Song of the South. It's so performative, and even if this set did include Song of the South, I guarantee 99% of the people complaining that Song of the South is not in this box set would not bother to pick up the box set anyway. Anyway, it's just one of my little kind of pet peeves, my little rant kind of out of the way. Where was I? Now, aside from the HYPERFUN movie, which again makes its debut on Blu-ray in this box set, there are a number of other titles that are actually making general retail debuts in this collection. These are titles that were released on Blu-ray as part of the Disney Movie Club, but haven't been available through just your kind of general brick and mortar stores or Amazon or just general market releases. These are the Three Caballeros, Saludos Amigos, Make Mine Music, Melody Time, The Black Cauldron, once again, as I mentioned before, A Goofy Movie, and Piglet's Big Movie. These have all been available on Blu-ray in the past, but only through the Disney Movie Club. Finally, they are getting general market releases right here. I think it's really cool that Disney has included these titles. That said though, this is a very lavish set, and it is going to come with a very hefty price tag. Now, I haven't not had a price tag confirmed to me from Disney themselves, but word on the street is this set is going to set you back $1,500 US. So that's $1,500 US for this massive 100-movie box set. That comes to $15 a film, which is pretty good actually. I mean, these movies were, you know, when they first hit Blu-ray, they would cost you between $20 and $30 each. Some of the more recent ones, you know, $30, $40 each. You know, you are getting value for money, but it is hard. I mean, over the last 12 years or so, I've been collecting these movies like piece by piece. It's a very easy way to do it and a cost-effective way to do it. It is a lot to ask to just drop a lump sum of $1,500 at once. The set, I think the price on this set maybe could have been brought down a little bit. I think something like $600-700 maybe is around the kind of sweet point for this set. Maybe this is a little too much, a little too late. Because I know a lot of people, most people, big diehard Disney fans, already have all these movies on Blu-ray, and there's very little to convince people to go out and buy this set. There's nothing really here that's going to be a big upgrade. I believe that they're just going to be reissuing the old discs, so these aren't going to feature new remasters or anything like that. Don't get too excited. And it also isn't going to include 4K discs, so stuff like Cinderella, Snow White, all the more recent movies, the Disney Renaissance movies, which have been released on 4K. No, these are only going to be here on Blu-ray. Some of the Pixar movies, I believe, will include their second bonus discs, but not all of them. So there is kind of a bit of push and pull included in this set. You know, there's a lot of great positives. We're getting some exclusives to this set, but again, there's only one title here, which is the HYPERFUN movie, which is exclusive to the collection. And for me, who has all of these movies, I mean, if I was able to get my hand on this set, like I was living in the US, I would not be throwing down $1,500 just to get that HYPERFUN movie into my collection, because I own all these other discs. I just don't need this big, lavish, expensive box set. But there is also going to be people out there who don't own all of these movies, or maybe don't own any of these movies, and it's going to be a good way to just kind of snatch everything up in one go. It's very expensive, but I think there's a lot of diehard Disney fans who are probably going to jump at this one straight away. So look, this set is coming out once again on November 14th, 2023. Pre-orders open on September 18, 2023. So about a week from when I'm posting this video. It is going to be exclusive again to Walmart.com. So make sure you head over there, and if you want to get your hands on this set and you're like 100% you're going to grab this set, I would go over there and get it as soon as possible. Put your pre-order in, because again, these are going to be limited. They're going to be numbered. I don't know. It could be that they make 100,000 of these things and they sit on the shelves and gather dust for ages. But without that number, I think if you do want this and you're serious about it, I would jump at the chance to get this straight away. Now, I'm not too sure if Disney will actually be sending me this set. Disney pretty much send me every major release that they put out on physical media. In fact, just as I was filming this, I received this in the mail, the live action Little Mermaid, so I'll be doing a video review on that soon. They usually don't tend to send out like big lavish box sets or expensive kind of sets and stuff, so I don't think Disney will be sending this over to me. But if by some miracle, some chance they do end up sending this over to me, I will do a video unboxing and a review of it. We'll take a look in depth and everything. But at that, I want to know your thoughts on the Disney 100 Legacy Animation Collection. Are you excited for this one, or is this one just not get you excited at all? Are you gonna be picking this one up, or are you gonna be giving it a big, massive pass? As always, join the conversation down below and let me know all your thoughts. Until next time, take it easy.